Hi everyone, this is Daisy and welcome to my channel. Please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. For today's video, we're going to repot more of our succulents. Let's have a recap first. So all these brown pots are the succulent that comes from our veranda area. All that are potted in the white pot come from our garage area. We have one variegated succulent that we're going to repot today. This one is a Sansevieria. I'm going to pot it in an orange pot and put it in the room of my kid. So let's start repotting now. So we start with this Sansevieria. So this Sansevieria is planted here in my garage area and I find it beautiful. So pot it in this orange pot and put it in my kid's room. What was planted here in the orange pot before was the aloe. So I wanted to change it with a Sansevieria because it looks so healthy and beautiful and it would look good as a decoration in the room of my kid. So I love putting plants in the rooms because it adds beauty and it is also a healthy thing to do. So why do I repot most of my succulent coming from the veranda area? Because when summer comes and it's too much hot in our area, I have noticed that most of my succulent have shrink or they got smaller in size before I potted them in this brown pot because it is the right size of pot for them. But now as the summer more hotter, I have noticed they get smaller. So whenever I water them, they were not able to absorb more of the water that I'm giving them because the pot is too big for them. So it easily dries up because of the heat that the sun is giving us. So in order for them to drink the right amount of water, since I only water them once a week, and I don't want to change my watering schedule, I want to stick on it because I'm afraid they might get root rot or stem rot because even though I water them once a week only these summer days, some of them got stem rot maybe because of too much heat. The stem is being cooked by the heat that they're getting from the sun. That's what I'm thinking of. So, in order for them to drink enough water during the time I water them every once a week, it is better to repot them in a smaller size. And if it suddenly changed that the weather becomes rainy or it rains so hard because of too much heat, because I could remember last May, it started raining already, but now it's already half month of the May but it doesn't rain yet. So I'm wondering why. Maybe because it's really so many changes in our climate nowadays. So that's the reason why I wanted to repot them because they're getting smaller in their pot and I want them to get enough water and I want to get ready also if ever the rainy days come. And another reason is that they have been potted in their pot already for a year or more than 6 months already. So they are lacking nutrients. That's why we are adding osmocot as low release fertilizer in order to give more nutrients for them to grow. So you can actually notice immediately if there's something wrong with your succulent, with the size, if you are always visiting them from time to time. So of course I don't visit them every day because I have lots of tasks to do here also in the house. So if I have time, I do give them time at least twice a week to visit them, to water them, and to remove some dry leaves to check if there are pests on their leaves, in their stem, if there are some casualties. So when you engage yourself in taking care of the succulents or cacti, make sure you have time when you start collecting these things because it really needs time and attention for it to grow healthy and beautiful, especially when you want to achieve the stress color of the succulents. So they really a high maintenance plant. That's how would I describe it. So I think also that when you start collecting succulents or cacti, it is really a passion. If it's not within your passion, it would just go to waste because if you don't take care of them and it really costs a lot, you might acquired or bought your succulent for a cheap price, but you have also additional costs to buy just like the pots, the soil mix, the fertilizer, as well as if you are going to use the top dressing. So it's really costly. So if it's not your passion, but it's okay if you want to try, and eventually you will develop your passion on planting succulents and taking good care of them. It's also part of a hobby. But once you enjoy and you like it, it's a really good stress reliever if you have this kind of plants in your garden. You can try from 1 to 3 or 5 pieces. And in my experience, it's really challenging to take good care of this in the first month up to a year or two. So I started to get used of taking care of my succulents and cacti when I reached the third year of taking good care of them. So imagine it got me 3 years to figure out how to really take good care of them and how I am going to adjust to make them healthy and to achieve the stress color, which is a struggle for each one of the person who take cares of the succulents. And one more tip that is very important that I can give you when you do repotting your succulent is that you have to check the roots, remove the dried leaves, see if there are pests, just like what you saw on the succulent that I tried to throw away because it is really infested by I don't know what kind of pest. It's not mealybug. I'm not sure if it's an aphid. That's why there is no growth in the inner rosette, just like what I show you. Look at the stem, it's full of pests. So rather than making this pest go to other succulents that I have here in my garden, it's better for me to throw that succulent so that it will not affect the other succulents that I have here in my garden. So it's better to sacrifice one, and beside it will not grow anymore because the pests totally eat the stem and the leaves are not healthy because they were eaten already or infested pests. So whenever I see some whiting or just like aphids or mealybugs in the succulent, I just have to spray alcohol on them. I do not use any insecticide like Starkel or fungicide on my succulents. They are all very natural. I just use alcohol to kill all those pests. That's it. And use cinnamon for the ants. Smell so they go away whenever there's a cinnamon. That's the only thing I use, alcohol and cinnamon to treat any pest in the soil mix and in my succulents. So if you could notice those succulents that comes from the white pot has outgrown their pot already and it is located in the garage area. So I have noticed that most of my succulent here in the garage area where they receive 1 to 3 hours of sunlight, they got grow bigger or they outgrow their pots. That's why we need to repot them from a smaller pot to a medium-sized pot. It's vice versa for the succulents coming from the veranda area. From medium size, we have to put it back into a smaller size because they got smaller in size or they shrink. But for the garage area, they grow bigger. So after I plant this succulent from the garage area to the medium-sized pot, I will be placing them in the veranda area so they can get enough sunlight, because you would notice also that some of the succulent coming from the garage area, the leaves are facing down because they need more sunlight. So it's an indication that if your succulent have a leaf facing down, that they need more sunlight. So that's how I assess my succulent here. For almost 4 years of taking good care of them, that's the tips that I'm sharing with you. Works for me. I hope it will work also for you. So I hope you can join me till the end as I finish repotting all of these succulents. I hope you have learned something from me too. So now it's time for us to put the top dressing. So I'm in the mood to put top dressing today. So I'll be using aqua soil for all this pot. Even though I'm placing them in the veranda area, I feel the need that I wanted to put aqua soil on them as a top dressing. And before we take a closer look of all of the succulent that we have potted today, I wanted to flex the channel of my members. Please do subscribe and visit their channel. Ate Roxy, Brit Pinay Journey, Eileen De La Cruz Vlog, Josephine Bauyon, and Jeremy Hermano. Please don't forget to subscribe in our channel if you like our video and click the notification bell so you will always be updated whenever we post a new video. So let's take a closer look of the succulents that we have potted today. Enjoy watching! So that's all for today's video, guys. I hope you like my sharing for today. Thank you for watching. Please do not forget to subscribe and share my video to your family, friends, and relatives. Bye for now. See you on my next video. Bye. God bless us all. Bye.